Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hao Jun from Northeastern University of China. It is a great honor to share my work. My report topic is slag-free recycling and high-value direct utilization technology of molten copper slag. I will report from the following aspects. Firstly, the utilization background of copper slag. Then, the energy and environment issues during the treatment process of copper slag, and the utilization status all over the world. Finally, I will introduce a green high-value utilization technology of copper slag. Let's start with the background first. In 2020, the output of refined copper in China is nearly 10 million tons, accounting for nearly 40% of the world. In 2020, the discharge of copper slag is more than 25 million tons, with a cumulative storage capacity of 300 million tons. China is poor in copper resources, and its copper reserves only account for 4.29% of the world. Copper resources are highly dependent on the outside world. Therefore, the National Development and Reform Commission, the Ministry of Environmental Protection, and other 14 ministries and commissions clearly put forward in the leading action on circular development. It says, focus on promoting the comprehensive utilization of metallurgical slag, chemical slag, and other industrial wastes. Focus on promoting strategic recovery and utilization of rare and precious metals in industrial solid waste. Then, let we talk about the energy and environmental issues of the copper slag. In order to increase production capacity, high oxygen potential is now used in industrial copper smelting. This results in more valuable elements in the slag, no matter what process is adopted, as shown in the table to the right. The slag contains copper, 0.4 to 4.6%. The slag contains iron, about 40%. All of them are higher than the industrial mining grade, and copper smelting must be diluted and recycled copper. Consequently, efficient utilization of copper slag is the inevitable choice for energy saving and emission reduction in China's copper industry. Nowadays, the main method of copper slag depletion in industry is slag slow cooling separation method. According to the copper output in 2020, the heat loss carried by the smelting slag can be equivalent to 2 million tons of standard coal, resulting in an annual economic loss of more than 600 million yuan. Diluted tailings, especially flotation iron-containing tailings, can only be stored and occupy a lot of land because they cannot be used comprehensively. At the same time, environmental problems have become increasingly prominent. How to realize its efficient utilization has become the inevitable choice for the sustainable development of copper industry. The construction of conservation-oriented society and the development of circular economy. Next, let's talk about the utilization status of copper slag, especially the recovery of valuable metals. In Northeastern University, 54% iron concentrate powder was obtained by oxidation and magnetic separation with a yield of 90%. In Kunming University of Science and Technology, iron from copper slag was extracted by melting reduction method, and the recovery rate of iron was 93.82%. There are other similar research. However, all of them are in the laboratory stage, and the pure iron obtained cannot be directly used in steel making because of its high copper content. That is because the strength and melting point of copper are low. Copper has high solubility in iron at high temperature, and copper will penetrate along the grain boundary, weaken the force between crystals, make steel crack, and affect the service life of the steel. At the end of 2016, Jinchuan Group and Shenwu Company jointly developed the technology of direct reduction in rotary Hearst furnace grinding and magnetic separation, and established a demonstration line for processing 800,000 tons of copper tailings annually, which is only limited to iron extraction. At present, the production line has been shut down due to poor economic benefits. At present, the use of copper slag in the world mainly focuses on iron extraction, but the coexistence of copper and iron has caused great technical difficulties for its comprehensive utilization. Therefore, a new process of copper slag treatment is proposed. The specific approach is that after moderate depletion of molten copper slag, copper metal and depleted slag are obtained. Then, the depleted slag is reduced by vortex melting reduction to obtain copper-bearing molten iron. Copper-containing molten iron is alloyed, tempered, and heat-treated to obtain wear-resistance cast iron or copper-containing antibacterial stainless steel. This process has many advantages. The raw material is taken from copper slag, and the cost per ton of steel can be reduced by more than 2,500 yuan. The cost per ton of steel can be reduced more than 200 yuan by using the waste heat of molten copper slag. The effect of emission reduction is remarkable. Copper slag has completely achieved slag-free utilization, saving a lot of land, using the waste heat of copper slag to save energy and indirectly reduce more than 5 million tons of carbon dioxide at the same time. Consequently, there is no waste in the world, but we put it in the wrong place. In other words, garbage is a misplaced resource. Our task is to find where the garbage should go and explore new processes, new technologies, and new equipment based on the characteristics of garbage to make the garbage harmless and useful. That is all. Thank you for your attention. I wish the conference a complete success.